The individuality of a person revolves around the three states. They are the waking state, otherwise known as Jagrat Avastha, the dream state, otherwise known as Swapna Avastha, and the deep sleep state, otherwise known as the Sushupti Avastha. So a person revolves around these three states. He will be in any one of the states in his lifetime. So if we analyze these three states, you can understand a person. The Jagrata state, that is the waking state, it is the state where we interact with the world, where we identify mostly with our physical body, that is the gross body, and we transact with the world with this body. We are identified by this physical body in this state. In this state, we perform action and we gather the experience, and these experiences are formed as deep impressions inside us. And these impressions later become the karmic impressions. The karmic impressions are nothing, they are our own experience by our five senses and the mind. They are formed as karmic impressions. So in this state we gather karmic impressions. It is formed in our body, in our mind, not body, sorry, it's in the mind. So in this state, we identify with the gross body because we perform action, and we think and decide some things many times, and so we identify with the subtle body. And in the waking state, we also identify with the causal body because sometimes we experience happiness, or sometimes we experience contentment or deep bliss. So all this comes from the causal body. It is the outcome of the causal body from the bliss layer. So only in this state we identify with the gross body, subtle body and the causal body. The next is the dream state, that is the Swapna Avastha. In this state we identify mainly with the subtle body because we live in the world of impressions during the dream state. What all objects we see are not gross objects. They are the modification or expression of the impressions that is latent in us. In the waking state we gather impressions, and in the dream state we live in the world of impressions. In the Swapna Avastha or in the dream state, he identifies only with the subtle body, that is the body world of impressions. He do not identify with the gross body in dream state, and he do not identify with the causal body also. He lives in the world of impression, that is the subtle body. In this state, he believes that what he sees as dream is the reality. Now the third state is the deep sleep state, that is the Sushupti Avastha. In this state, he do not identify with the physical body or the subtle body. There are no impressions there, there are no internal world or external world there, and there is no duality. He remains in peace in the deep sleep state. But the point is, it is not the bliss out of knowledge, it is the bliss and peace out of ignorance, and it is temporary. So the bliss in this state can be said as the false bliss, because it is not the bliss of knowledge, it is the bliss of ignorance. He remains very peaceful in this state, that is in the deep sleep state. That is why we always wanted to sleep. We don't want to dream. We don't prefer to dream, but we want to have a deep rest, deep sleep. We prefer that because it is blissfulness. But if that sleep goes excessive, then it is bliss out of ignorance. So we will be covered by ignorance. But in a day, we definitely need that we have to go to that state, only then we will become fresh, mentally fresh, more than physically fresh. We will become more mentally fresh. So that is the deep sleep state, that is the Sushupti Avastha. Now, when we are in that deep sleep state, we do not realize anything. Only when we come to the waking state, we feel that we have slept well and we were so peaceful there. So what is that which records this experience? Definitely it is not the mind, because we have slipped to the innermost layer, that is the causal body, we have slipped to the innermost layer. So there is no mind there, and no external world, and no impressions also there. So what is that records this, our experience as peaceful? Scriptures say that it is a Turiya state, that is, you can say this as the fourth state. It is a state of pure consciousness, and it is called Turiya. You can say this as a fourth state, but it will be more correct to say that it is the existing in all the three states. All the three states exist in this Turiya state. It is very different from the other three states because of its nature, because it's pure consciousness. And all the other three states emerge out of this state, and it again dissolves in this state. And it again appears from this state. So this is a state of pure consciousness. We may not be aware of it. Now we may know it only theoretically, but their saints, they are able to realize it. So that is the fourth state, or you can say the state existing in all the three states. So with the three states, that is the Jagrat Avastha, Swapna Avastha and Sushupti Avastha, a person exists in any one of these three avasthas during his lifetime. Only a person of knowledge or a jnani, he can enter or slip into that base state or fourth state, that is the state of Turiya, which is a state of pure consciousness. So that's about the three states of a person. Thank you for watching.